If you have a PhD, you can start a business. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, with what time, G? With what time? I don't have any time. I have kids, I have life, I have take care of my pet camel. Like, you have things to do. We all have things to do. But here's why I'm saying this, and here's why I made today's video. A few weeks ago, I was speaking with a PhD, and she was telling me how it had taken her 2 years to finally find the job that she had. Of course, it was a happy ending. She was working in a job that she was enjoying, and I was super happy for her. But the road to get there was incredibly bumpy, right? And so I remember I had made a post on LinkedIn around this, my thoughts around that. And I have personally talked about my 18-month gap between losing my postdoc and finally finding a job as an adjunct professor at a community college, and how that experience felt. If you haven't watched that video, there's a video, I'll leave it up here somewhere, and you can watch it after this video. But I resonated with that story so much and made that post. And on that post, I got a lot of comments, and one of the comments though jumped out at me, and it was this comment here by Dr. Seema Patel, and she was talking about how she has struggled with her own job search, and because of that, she found a different way to take some financial control back by blogging and posting on Medium. Now, if you don't know what Medium is a writing blogging website where you can post content, and Medium will pay you based on how many people read your post. So there is earning potential on that platform, and there are people that have made as much as 6 figures writing on Medium. I've not heard if anybody has made $1 million writing on Medium, but I'm sure if they put all their earnings together over the years, they probably have. But it is a platform that pays people to write, and so she had made money from that, and that had restored her dignity and confidence. And to be honest, like, I felt that. I felt the dignity and confidence thing, because when you have done what society said to do and went and got all these degrees, and at the end of it, you're doing so much and you're still struggling to find a job, it can be deflating, right? It can be very, very demoralizing. And so I felt Seema on that. And I began to think that I think this is why every PhD. Now, I know people are busy. If you're a PhD student, probably this video is not for you, because you should be focused on your PhD work, okay? But I think that PhDs do have the skills to start side businesses that can help us meet at least some of our financial obligations, and we don't have to always wait and depend on the income solely from a job. If the economy has taught us anything, it's taught us that jobs cannot always be trusted, right? And so building your own thing and having something that you can rely on, or creating this buffer for yourself, can be incredibly helpful, right? For me personally, within that 18 months where I was not formally employed, I was freelance writing. So basically I was writing health-based content for businesses. I wrote for a health technology company. I wrote for a doctor's practice. I wrote for a home health business. And so I was writing all this website content, blog content, email content for these businesses and earning money. I remember some of my highest earning months were around $3,000 a month. Now, wasn't a whole lot, right? I live in California. If you live somewhere else, that may be a lot, but I live in California, and if there's one thing that this state is known for, it's just ridiculously expensive. Why are you still living here, G? That's a whole other story. Let's move on. So 3 skills I think make every PhD equipped well equipped to start a business. Number one is that we usually create knowledge in places where knowledge has never existed before. That's breaking ground on something nobody has ever studied before. You're basically the expert on your topic when you are a PhD. And what are entrepreneurs? Entrepreneurs are experts on the problem that they solve. Also, in a lot of cases as a PhD, you have or will have the opportunity to educate people, right? And a lot of what entrepreneurs do in order for people to buy their stuff is to educate the people on the solution that they provide. And then you do not get through a PhD program without becoming a master problem solver, right? Master troubleshooter of things that you didn't even know could be troubleshot. Okay, so we're problem solvers. We get to teach audiences. We also create knowledge in spaces that knowledge has never been existed, or where the knowledge has never existed. And I think all of these skills make us great candidates to be entrepreneurs. And all that's great, but maybe you're thinking, okay, I get it. You sold me, G, or maybe I haven't sold you yet, but I'm hoping I have. Here are 4 business types I think are incredible for PhDs to start. The first one is online course creation. The online course creation market has ballooned. Okay, in the last few years, it is a more than a multi-billion-dollar business right now, and people have made their millions selling courses. Now, I'm not promising that you'll become a millionaire selling a course, but it is possible for you to use your knowledge, for you to use your teaching skills to create online courses. And I really do think that as PhDs, that market is extremely ripe for us. The second is selling templates. So in recent years, I bought multiple types of templates from people, Notion templates, Excel templates, and probably you're thinking about, okay, get to talk more a little bit about these templates. So if you have a process that you have documented and maybe you've made a template of, right? So for instance, let's say you're a writing coach, right? And you have coaching clients that you show how to write. But then not everybody can afford your services because maybe you're charging pretty high, but you have a templatized process that you coach your clients on. You could create some kind of template within Notion or within Microsoft Word and sell that to people and say, okay, if you want to write, I don't know, a story, this is a template. Here's a template you can follow to help you. That way you're not hands-on with the person, but the person still gets the benefit from you, right? I have bought courses where there were Notion templates for content, for instance, and that was very helpful in helping me draft my own content ecosystem. So think about a process that perhaps you use that maybe you've templatized. Could you sell that? That could be an opportunity. Tutoring is another one that I think PhDs are primed for, right? Because we have subject matter expertise and we could help families and their wards do well in specific subjects because we know that subject very well. We've created knowledge in that area. I think content creation is also a really great avenue for people with PhDs. And content creation in itself doesn't earn you money. So like me creating a YouTube video, that's not what earns me money, right? Of course, there's a YouTube AdSense program and that can pay you some money. But compared to the other ways in which you could leverage content creation, like you could do partnerships or you could sell your own products, even some of the stuff that I already talked about, right? You could sell your own stuff. You could leverage it to speak and to sell trainings to corporations. There are so many opportunities that content creation offers you. Wow. Sometimes I think about even my own journey and it's incredible. Because of this YouTube channel, I've gotten invited to speak. Because of this YouTube channel, I've had companies reach out to me to do some kind of partnerships. I don't really do a lot of partnerships, to be honest, but it's been offered, right? It's been offered. And to be honest, if I also went out and looked for strategic partnerships, I'm pretty sure I could find them, right? So there is also opportunity in content creation. And I say, why not PhDs? I mean, why not us? Should you go and start a business after this video? I don't know. That's up to you. But if you do, can it benefit your life? Absolutely.